Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In this video we're going to be talking about Xpeng, why it sold off today, and where I think it's heading. Now before we get into this video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and I appreciate all the support y'all have been giving me. And let's get right into the video and break down Xpeng. Now today, if you've been following Xpeng, it had a down day. So we were down $1.02. Now yesterday's Xpeng video, I talked about two scenarios that were going to happen. And then the scenario that played out was, unfortunately, it got rejected by resistance. So I talked about yesterday's video that we either could push up past resistance levels, retest it, and then continue this confirmation. Now we did the opposite. We pushed up, but we got rejected by resistance, and we're now falling down. So where am I looking at Xpeng? Where do I want to potentially buy at? Where do I want to add on more? Now, in previous videos, before we had this action this week, I talked about that we needed to hold this support level at 43.63. We did multiple times, and that's why I said we were bullish coming up, and we did exactly that until we hit this mini resistance at 51.28, and that's when the selling started. And once again, we pushed up to 48.16 on this candle right here. Let me get this out of the way so you can see better. So we pushed up this resistance, we tagged it, and then we sold off today. So we know that this is another resistance already confirmed that already had charted out. So when we got up here, buyers came in, and then we closed at 45.75 on this candle. We opened up, and then we pushed and closed at 46.38. So tomorrow, what am I looking at? Where do I think it's going? Well, if we continue the sell-off tomorrow, I'm looking for an entry at this support at 43.63. Now, we could very well continue up, pull back, and then continue up again. But from the looks of it right now, the selling is still happening, so be smart with your entry. Wait for some confirmation. Always wait for confirmation. Tomorrow it can be green, but do we have the same scenario where we push up to resistance and we get rejected again and continue the sell-off? Or do we push up and blow right through it, which is the bullish case scenario? So tomorrow, one or two things could happen once again. We push up to resistance, we get rejected, or we fall to support and we bounce. So if I'm watching Xpeng tomorrow, I'm going to be watching these two scenarios. The push up to resistance at 48.09 and also the sell off to support at 43.70. So if you're in Xpeng, be watching these two levels. Now let's go over both case scenarios. So let's say tomorrow we have a sell off. I'd be looking for us to hold this area right here. We need to hold this support just because it's an important level that we've held several times before. So we really don't need to go below this level. If you're bullish on Xpeng, we don't need to go below this level. Then maybe on Monday, we get a bounce and continue our uptrend. Tomorrow, let's say we push up. Watch how we interact around resistance. Do we get rejected like we did today? Do we continue the sell-off? Or do we have the scenario where you pass through the resistance and then continue the uptrend? So if you're bullish on Xpeng, you obviously want the scenario where we push through resistance and continue the uptrend. So I'm not going to be convinced we're bullish until we get above this support. So we're bullish above the support, bearish below. But we still need to hold this level even though we're bearish right now because we're below this resistance. We still need to hold this level because if we see any type of bounce, it will be at this level just because it's an area that we've bounced at before. So those are areas that you need to look at for Xpeng. But overall, we're still selling off from the highs back at $75 and we tried to reverse. We got a dip. Now the question is, was this just another dip and we're making higher lows? Or we can continue the sell-off and this just was a lower high. If you're bullish on Xpeng, that's the scenario you want to have. Now, you really don't want us getting below 42.71. Because if you get below 42.71, we're heading back down to 40.44. That's my next level of support where I'm looking to buy Xpeng. But as of right now, you can make the bullish case scenario that we're making these higher lows and that will push up tomorrow. So that's an area I'll be looking at for Xpeng tomorrow going into the session tomorrow. Let's do the same scenario if you got in today at 46.38. Where do you stop out at? Well, actually, I'd stop out perfectly right here. I'd have my stop at 44.90. I see how we react around 43.56. And if we hold that area, then I'd get back in and ride it up. But if we don't, we blast right through it, then I'd be very patient and wait till 40-30. Now I know a lot of you are holding Xpeng from up here. That's completely fine. Xpeng is going to do amazing. Just wait it out, guys. These are just momentarily dip buys. These are just sell-offs that happen. I have no doubt in my mind that Xpeng is going to recover. Just be patient with this, guys. It's an amazing company, and if you're holding this, then you're holding it for a reason, because you believe in the company. I believe in the company as well, but I also trade it. So trading is different from investing, and I want y'all to realize the difference. So when you're seeing me making these plans and these levels, keep in mind I'm trading the stock, and if you're holding shares because you believe in the company, then that's completely different from the scenario I'm doing, but you can still follow along just in case you want to add on to your position. You can see the levels I'm looking at, and then you can add on based on those levels if you're in the position where you can add on. But anyways, I just wanted to break down Xpeng for y'all really quick because I know you enjoy these type of videos, and if you did, go ahead and leave me a thumbs up and subscribe. I really do appreciate all the support, and I will see you all in the next